Hello everyone! GameGoddessFee here. Back tonight with more Ace Attorney. I do have my boy.
I'm in the door.
Alright, yeah. Hey, the Adventure of Ways. How's it going tonight? How you been? Everything's doing okay. Just been just resting a little bit, but I'm here. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna continue this case because of the last time we just stopped mid because it was going a little longer. Yeah, I am doing well. I appreciate you for asking. Just yeah, like I said, it was just resting. I need to get back on my grind, but but you know how that goes. You know, when this time of the year and in my job, it's they call year end, so I've been busy at work. But yeah, everything else is going fine. All right, so you ready, Plum? Oh, let me put my. There you go. Yeah. So we're still on the same. What's this? The second middle trial? Not the middle trial. I'm thinking about Zelda. Hey, I love the middle trials in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, cause yeah, they got me busy. Then I'm the only one. Well, my partner is on vacation this week, so yeah. So I'm by myself this week, but that's cool. It's all good. All right. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations, Episode 5, Turnabout, Ablaze. Middle, Suspicious Steel Samurai. Are you ready?
Go.
You're gonna be ready. All right. Oh, I gotta drop the controller. Goodness.
It's a guilt issue.
It's a skill issue, really?
Yes.
Whatever, dude. You know what, Plum? He want me to show off his project.
What you put that on? Don't even show it. Don't. No. No. No.
So Plum, you know he's a senior in high school, so
No.
he has this pottery class, and this is his little project. It's neat. I told him I like it.
Drink out.
He won't tell me what that symbol mean on the front.
I understand. Whatever.
What does it mean?
I'm not saying it. It's a secret. It's personal. It's personal.
Thank you, Adventure of Ways. I appreciate you. Look, this is first thing that he's brought home to me. His first little project, and it's all the way till he get to a senior in high school. Anyway, you know he always bring me his drawings or whatever. You know his schoolwork. But I'm gonna treasure it. I am gonna treasure it, Plum. All right, let's go. You don't have no clue either. He won't. He tries to say it's a secret. and you know what? He failed his art class.
Why are you talking about that?
He failed his art class.
Don't tell me.
He loves pottery. I said you should take it up on the side, you know.
No.
If you like it like that.
No.
I waited until the end of my time at school. I could have been taking this. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What are we doing, Plum?
We touching our forehead.
Oh. All right, smoke from chimney. Smoke was pouring out of the chimney when Larry thought to climb down it. I guess that and use the fireplace. What you think? At the time of the crime, Miss Obag was warming her hip in the room next door.
She's warming her hip.
He says his new gig. Hey, I told him he could go ahead and do it, you know. Just because high school is about to finish, you always got college.
I ain't buying that truck. Oh wait, okay, I was gonna say. You know how much clay costs? Clay.
There's no trace of this room's fireplace being used.
And your point is?
Smoke was supposedly pouring out of the chimney connected to this fireplace. At least, according to Larry, this is a contradiction of facts, is it not?
Are you sure he wasn't just disoriented or something up on that roof?
There's testimony from an investigator that puts Larry at this particular chimney. So no, I don't think it was a mistaken impression on Larry's part. On the other hand, the fireplace in the next room was being used at the time. Where do you suppose the smoke from that fireplace went?
Ah, I see. So what you are proposing is this. The smoke that came out of the chimney was actually Miss Obag's fire. So basically the fireplaces of neighboring rooms share one chimney. Is that what you were implying?
Yeah.
Shared chimney. The office fireplace and the one in Miss Obag's room share the same chimney.
Precisely.
Undershirt from the next door
Yeah.
and shared chimney.
You got it wrong.
The lady's undershirt that's Missile found. Ugh!
Why are you getting all excited all over holding on? Hold on. Why are you getting all excited over holding on to a lady's undergarment? Mouse Edgeworth, you uncaught a sea slug.
That's
not
not
that-
how that word is said.
Anyway, if you know the owner of said undershirt, then hurry up and return it to her already. It's getting deep in this case. You know what? It's a funny case. It's been funny to me, and I like the fact that they brought back the old characters on here.
You have it all wrong! This is evidence! And the owner of this piece of evidence was in the room next door. And yet, despite that, Missile found it in the fireplace of this room. This lady's undershirt.
Are you seriously claiming that it somehow passed through a solid brick wall?
Not quite. The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. The other fireplace in the other room is also connected to the same chimney, leading us to the possibility that the two fireplaces are connected to each other.
Perhaps a closer look at the back of the fireplace is in order.
There's an X on the back of wall of the fireplace. Let's see if I can get a better look at it. I gotta put on my glasses, I'm blind.
What?
The wall separating this room's fireplace from the next room's fireplace apparently turned. As I suspected, this fireplace does indeed connect this room to the neighboring room.
The neighboring room?
There appears to be nothing particular about the next room. But the fact that there is nothing special about the next room isn't what's important. It's the fact that there is a secret passageway through the room's fireplace.
Connected fireplaces. Ambassador Alba's office fireplace is connected to the neighboring room's fireplace.
Why you got there?
We now know that the fireplace connects the two rooms, but how exactly is that significant?
Significant.
I know, right? Significant. Anyway, you aren't going to suddenly name the old lady as the Mask 2's killer now, are you?
No, she couldn't move at all because of her stiff hip. So she could not have been the one. Unfortunately, I believe that this fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with the Mask 2's murder.
It's all?
Yep.
Investigation complete. Now we got to go into all the questioning.
It would appear that the answer has made itself known. You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. I forgot his voice. Bring it on! I'm ready to counter any argument you may have. Very well then, if you are prepared. I'll show you exactly where my deductions have led me. Good! I'm counting on you, Edgy! Leave it to me, Larry. My first attack will be to expose your fib for what it really is. My fib? I know that there's still something you're keeping from the rest of us. What's wrong with you? Why is it you won't believe me no matter what I say, Edgy? Curse you! I should just hurry up and die already if that's how it's gonna be! I'll confess to every murder in the whole world and then kill myself!
Really, Larry?
Nah, okay, let's stop. And throw everything into mass confusion! You made some wonderful friends as a child, I see. Larry, I only have one thing to say to you. Even if you make that face at me, it's no use! A man who's ready to die is strong-willed, you know! Larry, it doesn't matter what sort of harebrained trouble you've caused. I only ask that you do not fib to me. If you cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of some insipid fib, I will never forgive you! Edgy! Although, allow me to say that I consider you to be among the innocent in this case. And that I will draw the real killer out. You can trust me on this.
You said Larry needs to control his feelings. Look, he always got face tears streaming down his face and just be screaming. That's Larry for you.
All right, this time, I'll tell you the whole truth, okay? What happened, what didn't happen, the works. Just what happened will do. Now then, if you would please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight. Oh, here you go.
Up on the rooftop. Let's see how this goes.
After the show, I left the pushcart in the rose garden and came into the embassy. Then, they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. After that, and until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. That's when I spied the chimney. The chimney is like a... A chimney like that is a rare thing, you know. So then, I wanted to play Santa and decided to give it a try. What do you mean you wanted to play Santa? Larry, I thought I just finished telling you not to fib anymore. But it's kinda ultra embarrassing. And what exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me? Edgy, man. I just said it was embarrassing, so of course I can't just blurt it out. So you're just gonna have to reason it out of me!
As your superior, I command you to hurry up and expose this man's fib.
I have every intention to, for I'm not about to let us waste time on such a trifling matter. Larry, please tell me. Lyric, please.
Rebuttal upon the rooftop.
Baby, I haven't been home in 5 days.
After the show, I left the push cart in the rose garden and came into the embassy.
You left the push cart? Could you please clarify that statement for me?
Yeah, so the wheels on the push cart got covered in dirt from the rose garden. It would have made a whole thing of the floor inside, so Ambassador Albert said to just leave it.
Well, it would be rather impolite to dirty another country's embassy.
Come to think of it, I recall seeing the pink princess on my way into the embassy.
And what was she doing?
Nothing in particular, because she was being carried by some dogs on a stretcher.
She must have been incapacitated by the pain of her bad hip that she suffered during the show.
So I came into the embassy, right? And then
They took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador.
Ambassador? So you shook hands with the ambassador of the Kingdom of Ablaze, did you?
yeah! Can you believe it? I did something really cool for a change. But honestly speaking, there's nothing interesting about shaking some guy's hand. Hey, yeah. Hey, there.
Yeah.
Really do. Are you disrespecting another country in their very own embassy?
As someone with roots in this country, I'm feeling nothing but incredible shame at this point. Second rudder.
Agreed. I apologize for his inconsiderate words. Now, Larry, please continue.
What is with all of you? You keep saying that kind of thing and I'll tell you only fibs.
You're already telling us nothing but fibs, so let it go and move on.
Alright already! You don't need to glare at me like that, Edgy!
After that, and until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around.
Larry, I want you to listen very carefully and take this to heart.
Hey, Dave, how you doing tonight?
How are you doing, David? The whole point of your life is to cause misery and pain to everyone you encounter.
I know! I get it! I'm totally the bad guy again! I thought you were his friend. Don't you think that was a bit harsh? Like Z says, true friends are bosom friends. If you are in trouble, call your bosom friends.
That's not how you say that word. I think it's whatever.
Who showed you can truly cry.
I think it's bosom, whatever. I said bosom. Call your bosom friends.
You're silly, okay? Really do.
Okay. You in trouble?
Moving on. Hey, bosom buddy! I hope you listen carefully to my testimony.
Does it cross your pea-sized brain yet that Agent Lang is only out to arrest you, Larry?
Now then, you were wandering around inside the embassy, and then what happened?
That's when I spotted the chimney. A chimney like that is a rare thing, you know?
I should hardly think that chimneys are that rare.
Agreed, especially since they are a traditional feature of American houses.
Plus, many great buildings have even larger and fancier chimneys. Yeah, but the kind of chimney I'm talking about is the really romantic type.
A romantic chimney?
It might sound kind of silly, but women seem to really enjoy them. And I just had a good feeling about that chimney.
So So then I wanted to play Santa and decided to give it a try.
You suddenly wanted to play Santa?
Oh, well, actually, I dressed up as Santa once before already. I was down at Gourd Lake.
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't dredge up such unnecessary memories for me.
Sounds like you guys share a lot of history. Perks of being childhood friends, huh?
They say he's feeling good today. Blessed and highly favored. Hey, you are that. You are, yes. That's a good feeling to have. I'm not going to sing that song. He is silly, but that's a great day. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, so work must be going good and everything's going good. Hey, that's the life right there.
Besides, it's not a felony to dress up and play Santa, you know. Santa doesn't go around killing people after all. He comes down to family...
Santa doesn't... I saw it after all, after it messed me up anyway.
Santa doesn't go around killing people after he comes down the family's chimney after all.
Actually, is it worth delving into whether or not playing Santa is a big deal?
I guess we can raise an objection.
You were not playing Santa, boy. You know you wasn't playing no Santa. What you were doing up there? Actually, I believe in the case of this man playing Santa is actually quite a big deal.
Are you saying that your buddy isn't exactly made of Santa quality stuff?
Precisely. You hit the nail on the head, Agent Lang.
Hey, Yagi! That's so incredibly mean!
Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's job is to deliver presents to people all over the world?
Of course I know that! I did graduate from junior high, you know!
In that case, it's your turn to tell me something. I want you to tell me to whom you were delivering a present to.
I was, present to a child not basking in the warm glow of love?
Objection! That must be the most elegant description of you I've ever heard, but a fib is still a fib.
You sure know how to kick a guy when he's down, you know that?
In any case, the person you wish to deliver a present onto was most certainly this!
The pink princess.
The pink princess. What is that?
So silly. Am I right?
Yeah.
Take that! Interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect. Don't spread fibs about me! I totally didn't want to see Miss Oldback so much that I'd try to go down the chimney! Ow!
I advise you to stop right there in your bashing of a lady.
Well, I must admit that I myself hardly ever have the want to run into that lady. However, what if you were misinformed and under the wrong impression? Then what?
Define wrong impression.
I simply mean that the man before you thought to enter the old lady's room without knowing one very important fact. And that fact is best summed up with this: my attorney's badge. A prosecutor's badge. You know what? I'm gonna switch sides. I want to be an attorney now, like right.
He's right here.
No. That is wrong.
In fact, it's... What are you looking for?
It was right next to it.
This?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I had forgot. It was a stand-in request because the pink princess fell ill. That's why this old bag was there.
This is something the old lady received from her employer for the night. The girl who normally plays the Pink Princess. Mindy, was it again? It seems that this man is quite taken with that actress.
But that's not true, Edgy!
Huh?
She's the one with the hots for me! I just know it!
I can... I'm not doing that.
You still sick, Dave? I'm glad you're feeling much better, though. There's something in the air. I thought, like I said, something in the air. You filthy, despicable, inconsiderate, fickle, idiot, cowardly, apparition of a man. You haven't matured at all since we last met.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes?
This guy, he's got bigger problems than just getting involved in murders, I take it.
I suppose you could put it that way.
Hey, what kind of joke, man? I don't get you guys at all. Why do you all have to make me to be out some kind Why do you all have to make me out to be some sort of bad guy?
To return to the original topic, I propose that at least this much has been made clear. Without any knowledge that Miss Mindy had fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That much we know for sure.
Hey, Edgy, looks like I've got the hang of this court thing now.
But we're not in court at the moment.
Shut up! I see what's going on here, and it looks just like what you do in court. I guess the old boy here still has something he'd like to say. Lang Z says, until the root of the tongue dries, one never knows the whole truth. You shouldn't form conclusions until everything is out in the open, which is why I'll listen.
Thank goodness, Dave, because, yeah, don't want that sickness to be on you too long. My gosh, I'm glad it's going away. You know, you'll be better by Christmas.
All right, and get ready to meet a little...
It's just Larry anyway.
All right, then get ready to listen to me defeat Edgy in a battle of wits.
Larry, have you forgotten that should I lose, your victory prize will be your arrest?
Larry's assertion.
So you think all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick. It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech.
All right, adventure awaits. I will talk to you later. You have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night to ya. I will talk to you later. And thank you for stopping by too. I appreciate it.
Good night, the adventure.
You're so silly.
Then, to top it all off, I became a suspect in a murder. That's what you really meant. But why would I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose? Hey! Someone say something!
Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this, not as a confession, but as testimony?
So what if I am? Is there something wrong with that? My claim is a claim claiming my claim! Do you have a problem with that?
You said about 4 to 6 weeks, and it's been 3 weeks. Okay, but yeah, it's almost there. You halfway through it. 4 to 6 weeks. Hey, it could be praying that it's the 4 weeks.
Oh.
Oh, this old bag.
Yeah.
So it was you? You're my stalker? But I should warn you, it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me. I'm the devoted type of woman who's wholly focused on long edgy poo. It's a lie. I could.
I'm so inspired!
You're such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all around completely worthless man.
I thought I heard something ominous just now, but perhaps it was just my imagination. I believe there's nothing further for me to prove at this point.
What do you mean? Of course you still got something to prove. You still have to show some proof that I was trying to meet up with Mindy.
Proof, you say?
Remember, Edgy? Everything is evidence in court, right?
You mean evidence is everything in court, Larry. But I understand your point.
Yeah, see? I'm totally a pro at this now.
Very well. If you wish to see the evidence, then let me show you the last piece of evidence you'll ever wish to see.
Brother, Larry's assertion. So you think that all I wanted to do was to go visit Mindy?
Hold it!
Well, I have been saying that for a while now. After all, if not for that, then for what other reason did you wish to go down that chimney?
You can't say that without any evidence. That's against the rules, Edgy. Ha! Thanks for keeping the prosecutor in line for me, Mr. Suspect. Hold it!
I have the evidence. If you wish to see it that badly, I can introduce you to.
Ah, but it's not good to keep them waiting, my subordinate. Hurry and show them already.
Fibs! Oh, fibs, Edgy!
Well, if you wish to fib, then by all means continue. Because I'm ready to expose your fib at a moment's notice.
You won't get the better of me! Now let's see!
Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick.
Hold it!
Was the smoke coming from the chimney really that thick?
You bet! It was so thick I had tears pouring out of my eyes. It was horrible.
I see. You do realize that you've just confirmed for us your chimney escapade.
What? That's totally unfair! You tricked me, Edgy!
Hardly. You simply have yet to master how to counter this cross-examination technique.
Well, what I just said was the slip of the... No, I mean, I said the wrong thing! Besides, isn't this what you really meant to say about what I did tonight?
It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech.
Hold it!
I'm not quite sure how you could mistake that actress for this lady.
Oh, Etchy Poo, are you staring at me? Are you finally succumbing to my feminine charms?
I should think that the Steel Samurai is the one who should know all about your charms.
What? Me? Edgy, what are you trying to do to me?
Nothing. Simply let the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess or husband and wife.
Ah, it's my poor little Etchy Poo chalice.
Look! If you could please drop that line of discussion right this instant.
But Edgy, I told you, I already have Mindy!
Speaking of Mindy, exactly what kind of woman would you say she is?
edgy. Are you seriously telling me you don't know who the Mindy is? She's just like what her name means. She's super sweet with a great smile. I don't mean to brag, but she's one of the troupe's fastest rising stars.
Interesting.
Ha! So you're saying a woman like that is what made you late to the speech? Huh? Why is everyone trying to make a suspect out of me? Look, all I can say is this. I was late to the speech.
Then to top it all off, I became a suspect in a murder. That's what you really meant? Ooh. How you go back again? Okay.
You were playing this game wrong.
Hold it.
I suppose you might be correct in a small way.
What do you mean by that?
Besides being a suspect in a murder, there are a few other things you are a suspect of. Okay, read tonight.
Not you too, Frenzy.
You tried to stop me, but I won't let you intimidate me like that.
Look, I already told you, Miss Oldback. I wasn't after you. I was trying to see Mindy. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, can I just arrest this guy already?
I completely understand how you feel, Agent Lang.
Wait! Please listen to what I have to say!
If you have a serious assertion to make, then I consider listening. However...
No problem! I'm gonna put all I've got into this, so listen good, okay?
But why would I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose?
Hold it!
Larry, this is the final point you wish to make.
You got it! I've caught on all the energy I have and tell it to you with all my soul!
In that case, allow me to take that soul and break it!
Huh?
Yes, we'll stamp it under our feet until it's been ground to the fine powder.
A fine powder? If you really put all your soul into that, then you're ready for what's coming, right?
In place of the Honorable Larry, I offer my soul to you! Larry, come out from behind there and face this like a man! You're scary, my liege! This whole testimony is one giant confession of all that he's done tonight. He's practically begging me to show why he's bothered to put himself through all of this.
Why he do it? I don't know. I don't know why he did it.
Why he do what?
I don't know why he did everything. I don't know why. Like Larry, I don't know why he exists. He just does Larry things. It's the first one.
It was the first one?
Yeah. I mean, you could have just read that one and presented it, but I want you to see it.
Do you think? So you think that all I wanted to do was to go visit Mindy?
Do we got some evidence? Do we got some evidence? Yeah, it's the boss that
What he wanted to do?
You want to give some of them samurai dogs aid? You was just talking that about it last time. Mom, please. Mom.
What?
Mom, it's right there. Mom!
Look, I done forgot.
Larry!
This here.
Yes!
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mindy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. He say your loving night. Anyway.
Don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter.
Hey! Why are you showing that thing to me?
Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight, your loving knight? Well, isn't that just romantic?
But you weren't able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight?
I have no idea what you're talking about! I don't remember a thing!
Objection!
You can pretend to be ignorant all you'd like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady, but rather that you were attempting to pay Miss Mandy a visit. I said Mandy. What part of this letter shows that the person Larry was trying to visit and descend above because he's the loving knight? Whoa.
What part?
Yup. It's that up there. His handwriting is so bad it looks like Wendy was Mindy actually.
Take that!
Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons.
Just like you, Tom. He tried to have me read his whole work. What the world is this?
She is hate. She is hate.
But it's been like that all your life, but anyway.
Oh, right. Good. What are you talking about? Anyway.
That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again.
What? What are you talking about? Speak English!
You wrote Mindy so sloppily that it became windy to the average eye.
Hey, stop picking on me! It's so embarrassing! There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they? For punching. But that we'll have to wait until we're off this crime scene. Eek! Ouchie! Save me from the scary man!
Sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake.
That wasn't me!
Come again?
It's a fake! Someone's out to get me! So they made that fake letter! To set me up!
Accept your defeat graciously. Anyway.
But you guys are being so mean!
Hold it!
Penmanship analysis.
What's that?
No matter who, all people have certain unique features to their handwriting. Ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this letter to a sample of yours. And we'll know soon enough who it was that sent this letter.
I'll never write another thing in my life!
Hold it!
Tuss. It's no use, Mr. Loving Knight. For you've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting. Still Samurai Daddy. This autograph and our mysterious letter. If we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our question soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure.
I'm sorry! I did it! It was me causing trouble again! I admit it! You hit the nail right on the head, Edgy!
So, he finally confesses.
I saw the pink princess being carried around in a stretcher and got worried, alright? I wanted to go into Mindy's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in! So what choice did I have? It was the chimney or bust, Edgy!
Your mind jumped from the door to the chimney? What a criminal overaction. Hold on. What a criminally overactive imagination.
Well, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. That way, she wouldn't be so shocked when I came down through the chimney.
Except for the fact that the letter was an utter failure at conveying said sentiments.
I'm really sorry.
Larry, you may be a shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. However, I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me. Because at the very least, I can attest to that about you.
Reggie, you're... Ah!
You lost a lot of valuable time because of you.
Ow!
In any case, I believe we can say that we now know exactly what happened. Mr. Larry Bus sought to climb down the chimney. Hey, Dante, how's it going? How you doing tonight? Not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of the elderly lady next door.
Great job, Mr. Prosecutor.
Ooh, woo! He just had a choir concert. Really? How did it go?
Yo.
That sounds fun. Plum never want to go to them things like that.
No.
I don't think I've been to any event of his since he was in grade school.
Really? Well, I said let it go.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
Yeah, that's the last thing I see of Plum when he sung "Let It Go." They did the little Frozen thing. You're so silly.
No. There you go.
Although I still find it a bit unbelievable that the two of you are friends.
You said you got your first man bun.
Yo.
Okay. Just looking good. Yeah, that should look nice on you, Daddy. All right now. What was it that you yeah, you sang. They said it was a choir concert. Okay. Yeah, I hope you had fun tonight.
But the suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet. So don't go and get any funny ideas about running off, okay? Ow! Hey, what?
You went from a previous boy to adult. I know that's right, Daddy. Hey, you done grew up on this, huh? In a few days. Look at you.
That man boy.
Oh, no, it took him up a level. That man boy took you up a level.
You so silly.
Reggie, what does the Wolfman mean when he says I'm not off the hook yet?
So you gonna get you a man bun?
Yes.
He means the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging around your head.
That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect after all.
You cut your hair cause it was all over the place.
Awesome.
It was
so awesome.
And she was hating every day. It was so it was flopping in the wind. It was perfect. And she was hating on it. I had to cut it.
Yes, cut it off.
No,
The way he had it, it was looking horrible.
it was awesome. It was awesome. Anyway.
We may have figured out where he was and what he was doing all night. But the blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene. As long as there is no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to eat. This wolf will refuse to ease up on his bite. Reggie, that guy. He looks like he's seriously about to take a bite out of me!
I'm well aware. You should be as well that this upcoming battle will be crucial. Thanks to the cooperation of our lovely Bumbler, I've been dealt a very nice hand and a sweet trump card. Looks like we're about to enter the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you've got. I can easily point out the contradiction in this supposed murder weapon. But the real problem for me is figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble. They just gonna talk at each other. Why is he talking like, this is gonna be a high-stakes... So he was right here. But this is one game I can't afford to lose.
He's reducing that in his mind.
No, bro.
You've been talking to somebody, you know, this is gonna be a high-stakes gamble.
White Larry.
I was the one who found the body of the victim, the mask too. Besides him was the samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Bussin here too.
Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership?
But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plain to go on, don't you?
Hold it!
If you're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney, we've already established that.
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi?
You're accusing me of fabricating evidence?
You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do!
This man has some serious issues with prosecutors.
But come on! I can't think of something as complicated as that, right, Edgy?
Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you. Or me, for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence.
Brother White Larry. I was the one who found the body of the victim, the mosque too.
Hold it!
So you were the first to discover the body this time. Now look at this.
This time? What's that supposed to mean? You'd better watch what you say.
I only said this time because earlier Kay was the first to discover the body in Babal. And your secretary, Agent Sheena, was ready to accuse her of murder for that.
Ha! So are you going to use that excuse to call me suspicious now?
Of course not. I was simply pointing out the usual pattern with discoverers of bodies.
But in the Ablaze case, there was proof that she was holding the weapon, right? Well, in this one, it's a bit different, since we know exactly what a weapon is.
Besides him was the samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood.
Hold it!
Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood?
Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and smell of blood, of course. And according to the test, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword.
Beaten to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let it slip by.
Wait,
oh yeah, that's new.
Besides him was the samurai sword, covered in the victim's blood.
No, we already read. I already read that.
Wait, what?
Now I got
Anyway, go ahead.
So the sword is covered in the victim's blood?
Yeah, the lab results confirmed that the blood on the sword matches the victim's. But the sword is as dull as a vanilla envelope. It's just a stage prop after all.
The Steel Samurai is about safety first. So, well, I'm gonna say it like Adrian. I just gonna say it like Larry.
The Steel Samurai is about safety first, so you can't use it like a real sword.
The Steel Samurai has spoken.
The Pink Princess also appears to have something she'd like to petition to you personally.
What would the Pink Princess would like to bring? That's it. That would be his actual reaction. What the Pink Princess would like to say can wait for the day after eternity.
Anyway, my point is that even though the sword is too dull to slice with, it's certainly heavy enough to bludgeon someone to death with. Therefore,
I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing.
Oh wait, that's new.
How did you go ahead?
Yeah.
I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing.
Hold it!
About the samurai sword, have you received a report from forensics yet?
They confirmed that the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. We said this so many times.
Alright, but have they confirmed that the outline... Alright, but have they confirmed that the outline of his wound is consistent with the weapon?
Tell me something. Do you see the dead body right there in front of you? So, if they were conducting the autopsy right now, shouldn't that body not be here? Well...
I suppose so. I guess they must still be investigating this room. Meaning that it's possible he doesn't know about that piece of evidence' true nature.
Anything else you'd like to chit-chat about? No? Good. Now let's continue.
I was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead.
You were supposed to be in there?
It was supposed. Anyway, I was like, what are you talking about?
I went to see you. I was the biggest fan.
Larry's already testified that he forgot the samurai sword here.
Yeah! I was shaking hands with the ambassador in here, and I left it behind by accident. So what? You fibbed earlier, so who's to say that this excuse isn't just another fib? But I forget stuff all the time! Right, Angie? Tell him!
Why don't you tell him yourself?
You see, right? What did I tell you earlier? No one will buy such a pathetically weak excuse.
Yes. Well, I know that it's not possible to prove such an excuse as truth.
And yet you offer it up as fact? You're a worse person than I originally thought.
You're free to think what you'd like. However, I know that Larry is not the killer. Agent Lang, please continue with your argument. I'll expose the flaw in it soon enough.
Yes, sir, yeah.
I can tell you which one it is right now.
Go ahead.
I think go back. Again. Yeah, that.
I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing.
Well, he actually beat him to death with the power of the law.
Ooh.
He did it.
The statue?
No,
It was the statue. It was moved.
there's a sword and
This here?
no.
Don't tell me that they prop
It's the spirit. It's the spirit.
it's the spear.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it was they tell me that the sword that Larry used, this thing here.
It's that.
He said he hit it against the wall.
He tells the story. Larry actually did. You the culprit.
Do you know what this is, Agent Lang?
It's a long spear, right? We used to use those lots in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down. Spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history.
Oops.
It's the next most effective weapon after the whip.
I think the whip is in a slightly different category.
So what's your point? Are you going to tell me that the spear's the real weapon?
No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here.
The way it's bent?
Precisely. Apparently a certain troublemaker hit it against the wall in its embassy earlier. And as you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't as strong enough to deliver a damaging blow. Let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there's not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that?
Oh yeah! The sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easily. But I wish they'd make them out of better stuff, because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move.
What?
Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show.
The Steel Samurai's special move was changed tonight because of him?
Samurai spear, because he bent it, then we couldn't do the early summer rain jab special attack.
What kind of junk?
Samurai spear data updated in my organizer.
Organizer.
They got on me the other night because I was saying organizer. Anyway, that's how I pronounce it. So anyway, I can put emphasis on it.
Be quiet. Organizer! Youch!
It's more than enough for your whiny whimpering. Now, back on the topic of the spear.
Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se. So all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may.
Using guesswork and taking risks in the place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever.
Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. For no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
Objection!
What a crazy statement from a crazy man who hates to lose. It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There is nothing more important in this world than a victory. Perfect victory.
Hold it!
That may be your opinion. However, I don't believe that's all we are. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth.
Knuckle back!
You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed the Mask 2 without bending it. So, what do you think of my hypothetical scenario? I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need.
Of course. What I need is evidence even he can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm just going to tell you.
Why, Larry Part 2?
It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that the suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon?
How long do you intend to cling onto that preposterous theory?
As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of the embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned. And we have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on it is that sword.
Hold it!
You left no stone unturned. Is that a fact?
Not so fast!
If you've got something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you.
But why, Larry Part 2?
Okay, go right. Right. Yeah, this one.
We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon.
I gotta press it.
Oh.
Hold it!
Hold it!
The only place where you could find blood was on the samurai sword.
That's right, even with luminol. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined.
Do I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that the samurai sword is the weapon? I'm good. You good.
He's not gonna raise an objection?
I was checking. Yeah, you did it. If you believe that there is no other door of possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you.
Not so fast!
Humph! And how do you plan to do that?
By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon.
Not so fast!
Ha! Ha 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 ha! The real murder weapon? I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy. And they've concluded that nothing else could have been used as the weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis?
Of course. Because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in their investigation.
Not so fast!
What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men.
Hold it!
I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon.
Alright then, I'll play along for now. This real murder weapon that killed the Mask 2. What exactly is it?
The real murder weapon, which not a single person has yet to touch, is this.
I already said it. It was that
My attorney's back. Only y'all can touch this, baby.
the statue.
Yeah. Wait, no, not that one.
Right? What's the difference with?
One of them was real, one of them was fake. We don't know which one. But this one is in here, so that's why I present that one.
Take that!
The national treasure of Alabast.
You mean the Primaduck statue?
Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it. Correct?
You know very well that if we did that, there'd be an international incident between the Kingdom of Ablaze and the Republic of Babar. The two countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to the sovereignty statue. But I'll be if I let something go unexamined.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, if you could please take a look at this.
You alright?
Alright, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. And there is only one conclusion I can draw from that.
Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue.
Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He is most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please be rational about this.
Lang Zing says, just go already!
Yes, sir! Shifu!
Yeah?
I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Primiduck statue.
I see.
Wait, but then the investigation is at a standstill? Agent Lang, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally.
Save your breath. He may act all frail and weak, but that old man's one tough cookie. Well, I guess you've got to be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know.
Agent Lang.
What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already.
But Shifu, what about causing an international incident?
Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take the responsibility, let it be me.
Responsibility? If we're going to talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then, let's talk and more investigating.
If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol... What? I'd like to run a luminol test on the statue.
A luminol test? Ah, good thinking. If the statue is the murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here. Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that this is the real murder weapon that killed the mask too.
Indeed.
But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill the mask too, so the charge remains.
We are hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real murder weapon, I believe further examination is required.
You think so? Okay then, knock yourself out.
Okay, oh man, this statue good. I might tell Gumshoe to steal this from me later. Oh, what's that? Oh, whoa!
And what do we have here? This dirty smudge. It looks like a handprint? What a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here.
What happened there?
Looks like we've got some fingerprints to analyze.
Ugh. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now.
Hey, forensics guy! I want results on these fingerprints ASAP! You hear me? Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir. Good. And? Sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Ablaze embassy? The prints belong to him, to Mr. Manny Cochin, sir. But that... What's going on around here?
No. What? Impossible! Each Permaduck statue can only be handled by someone with that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Cochin's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babal's Permaduck statue!
Impossible. It can't be.
Larry never once set foot on Babali's soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only serves to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed with an Alabastion knife in Babal. And the mask too was killed on Alabastion soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yadagarasu, who visited both countries.
That's how Plum's hair used to look like that. I'm just
She's a hater. She's hating on Pluminator's haircut. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. To be continued.
And this how your hair used to look.
No.
I'm gonna have to go back to review that case. Cause the end got me confused. It got me a little bit confused, but okay. Appreciate you all for watching. I guess I'll let you all go. We kind of came on here late tonight. But yeah, it's getting interesting though. I admit that, but it's fun. It's a fun case. I like it. All right, the adventure awaits with the bed. So yeah, thank him for chatting. Dave, hope you feel better soon. Delty, I hope you had fun at your choir concert tonight. I bet you it was real fun. Hey, I love concerts. I would have loved to be in the audience. But thank you all for watching. And yeah, if you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel yet, I'd appreciate you go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you don't mind hitting that like button, I'd appreciate that as well. I will talk to you all on the next one. You all take care.